A little bit about what we have behind you.
Well, behind you have our primary piece of set for Murder on the Orient Express. This is a 21-foot by 8-foot train car that's going to do a 360 revolve on stage.
Lots of work to this, if you can describe it. It's one of the biggest sets you've had.
I can't say for sure, but I've been told that this is probably the biggest set piece the VOS Theatre has built. And they're going to attempt to take apart and move over to Vic Hall in a couple of weeks.
Tell me what's entailed in creating this.
Well, this has been a few months in the works. So the first was coming up with the idea, the concept of how we're going to have multiple different parts of a train on stage and be able to move seamlessly through that. And then from there, we came up with the rotating idea. I came up with a sort of set design of how we're going to have the dining car and the sleeping compartments and a couple of different spots on the train. And then I drew it out in a digital sort of drafting application and then gave it to the builders and a couple of meetings, and then they started building.
Trial and error, or how have things gone?
Things have gone relatively smoothly. There was no room for trial and error with this one. We measured everything down to the exact inch. Given this depth of the stage that we have, we're literally going to be clearing as we turn with about 2 to 3 inches between us and the back railing of the stage, between the train and the back railing of the stage, and we'll have about 2 feet at the front of the train.
There's a lot to this. It looks, I don't want to even use the word basic, but there's a lot to this that's you have to do, but there's a lot accomplished. Like you say, it's for something that people might see and take a look at. Oh, that's nice. There is a lot to do something like this.
Yeah, there is. So we've had a team of, I think, 5 builders that have been working on this steadily since middle of summer, coming in a couple times a week, bringing in some of the elements of those old train cars, wanting to have you see you've got the curved roof line, and just trying to reimagine that type of train car in the space that we're working in. And the builders have been great bringing with ideas. As you can see on our table over there, we've got our inspiration here, the wooden cars on steel rails book that we got, which has the history of the train cars that were actually built here in Gober.
This is in the era built in of
1934 is the play. So yeah, everything we do is we're looking at early 30s, late 20s.
A lot of weight to it.
I would expect so. I mean, most of the upper stuff is pretty lightweight. It's really thin plywood and really thin structure. But the base itself is going to be looking like 1/2-inch ply. And then, of course, some 2x6s for structure on there. So
built as light as you can, but obviously has to support the weight of the actors.
Yes, absolutely.
The lighting will be one of the more intricate details.
Yeah, I just actually sat down with our lighting designer about a week ago, and we got our lighting plot into the hall. So lighting is going to be a huge component of this, creating the atmosphere, creating the tension, and of course highlighting this beast of a set.
Is this the set? Like, this is a complete set?
Not the complete set. This is the star of the set, I guess we could say. I like to think that the train is a character in the story, not just the set. So we're going to accomplish those using some traditional theater techniques.
When does the play open? How many people in?
We open November 14th is our first show. We run for 2 weeks, 4 shows a weekend, Friday, 2 Saturday, and a Sunday. 2 matinees each weekend. We have 11 casts, and we have, I think, at last count, probably about 62 people behind the scenes working on this thing. Yeah.
Like everything VOS does, it's a major project, but it's always a project of love.
Absolutely, and everybody's having a great time, from the builders to the cast to the painters. Everybody's loving what they're doing. It's going to be a really, really good show, and I hope we get a lot of people out to see it.
Looking forward to it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.